after experts dismissed the controversial method as witchcraft. The technique, which is gaining popularity, uses dung, animal intestines and cow horns to get the best out of the grapes while relying on the movement of the stars and treating the Earth as a living and receptive organism. Lawmakers have now blocked and amended a bill granting legal recognition to the method in the country, which is famously protective of its food and drink production. Riccardo Magi MP said after the vote, "We have avoided giving official status to a method that has no basis in science." The bill sought to place biodynamics, created by occultist philosopher Rudolf Steiner in the 1920s, on the same level as organic farming to qualify for funding and promotion, The Times reported. More than 4,500 farmers, including the former frontman of the Police, use the technique in Italy. According to the Biodynamic Farming and Gardening Association, the method is a spiritual, ethical, ecological approach to agriculture, gardens, food production and nutrition. The self-sustaining system uses natural soil and minerals, with animals encouraged to live on the soil and fertilize it because chemical fertilizers and pesticides are banned. Steiner, the founder of Steiner schools, based the method on the lunar calendar and astrological influences which have been derided as pseudoscience. Nobel-winning physicist Giorgio Parisi compared it to the anti-vax movement, saying, "Frankly, it's witchcraft." Cow horns are also stuffed with manure and buried into the ground through winter, then excavated and the dung spread throughout the vineyard. Despite the bizarre techniques, some experts have praised the quality of the wines that produce a natural flavor free from pesticides and chemicals. The bill in Italy was granted by the Senate last year, but its passage through the upper house prompted outrage and a petition against its approval was signed by 35,000 people. After it was rejected, Roberto Antonelli, head of the Scientific Link A Academy, said, "Science has won." Last year, Sting recounted how he bought his 18th-century vineyard and estate in Pelagio, Italy, in 1999. He told Corriere della Sera he and his wife Trudy Styler made multiple trips to the property as they mulled buying it. "The decisive factor," he said, "was a delightful glass of Chianti." The Duke offered us a glass of red from a carafe during one of our early visits to Pelagio, Sting recently told the publication. "We were negotiating the purchase. We liked the property a lot, even though it was in ruins. The Duke asked me if I wanted to taste the wine produced by the estate and I said yes. It was an excellent wine and that convinced me to buy the vineyards as well." Sting claims the wine did not hail from the property and he later learned the bar another region. When we served the wine from the estate to our guests, I saw that someone was emptying their glass into a flower bed, Sting said. It was then that we decided to avenge ourselves and to show that it was possible to produce excellent wine from the vineyards at Pelagio. Our whole Tuscan adventure has really been a way of getting our own back. His comments prompted fury from son of Duke Simone Vincenzo Velatizotti di San Clemente, who accuses the singer of damaging his father's memory. He said, apart from the fact that an internationally experienced gentleman like Sting, he was 46 years old at the time, should not confuse Barolo with Chianti, Nebbiolo with Sangiovese, nothing could be more alien to my father's character, habits, behavior, in one word, to his spirit, than to behave like a swindling innkeeper. Even a child can tell the difference between a Barolo and a Sangiovese. And, no Tuscan, Simone least of all, would dare attempt such a cheap and absurd trick. Since acquiring the estate, Sting and his wife, Trudy Styler, have since opened a wine bar and organic pizzeria on the property, where about 150,000 bottles of wine are produced annually. The property dates back to the late 1700s, when it was purchased by the Martelli family, who in 1819 sold it to Countess Carlotta Barbolani of Montalto, widow of the Duke of San Clemente. It remained with the family until 1999, when it was acquired by Sting and his wife. Described on its website as beautifully and meticulously restored, Sting's villa sits atop a lengthy driveway, offering a panoramic view of hills, olive groves, forests, and vineyards.